Hello people, I am Sky Demolisher and welcome back to another From the Collection Fridays, a series where I take things from my collection and show it to you, my viewers. And this week it is my NECA Ultimate Pinhead from the Hellraiser franchise. So I picked up this figure from EB Games a good number of years ago. I think it actually ended up on clearance, which is one of the reasons why I got it. So you've got the figure there in front of you. If I zoom the full way back out, you can see like the back of the box has sort of like images, the alternate heads, blah blah blah. That's what the front cover looks like. So it's actually quite a nice box just to display on its own. If you open it up, then there's the pinhead there, and that's what the inside of the box looks like. Without, the reflection of me. Not that I think you really want to see the reflection of me in it. Now, I won't bring them out individually just because of, looseness and the size of the damn things, but you've got the Lament configuration cube, and in its, I don't think it's a solved state, but, in the process, you get an alternate head. The head virtually just pulls straight off the pin, so it's kind of fitting. Pinhead, easy to remove head from pin. You get a couple torture tools. Put my hand behind that one. So I think it's like a needle and like a hooked saw type thing. What looks kind of like a hand saw, and then you get some alternate hands. So you get like closed fist kind of hands and then other hands, and the hand should be able to hold the cube and that sort of thing. Now, because it's a NECA figure, you've got to give you the standard warning that these guys have joints that can be extremely easy to break, so you have to be very, very careful with them, which is very, very unfortunate. Articulation wise, if I can keep it in, actually before I get to the articulation, I'll just give you a spin of my Lazy Susan. Now, I don't know if I said it the other week, but my Lazy Susan broke, so the top half of it has detached from the bottom half, and yeah, I'm sort of hoping that it doesn't end up smashing. I'll just zoom in for this. You can see how it's like the leather has a sort of flesh, musculature appearance to it. No, this isn't real leather, and the skirt isn't leather, it's, I don't actually know, material. But you can see there's like massive detailing of muscles and stuff in it. Hopefully if I can get it at a good focus point. It's like almost there, but you can just see that detailing. It's amazing detailing that they've put into the figure, and it is fairly realistic looking, which is quite cool. But yeah, it definitely has its limitations. Now that I've gone back out, so the skirt part has like a bendy wire, so you can bend this to make it look a bit more how you would like it. The detailing is actually all in there too, so they've done an amazing job of it. It's got a single bend knee. It does have articulation at the feet, but it's one of those ones where the pin's sort of, I think, angled that way. It's not really the kind of one that you want to be manipulating too much, because they have a tendency, no matter who the manufacturer is, to snap. And you can see how the wire's bent up there now. So there is a bit of sort of see-through nature to it. So at a distance, it sort of blacks it out well. Articulation wise, other than at that knee, you do have I think it's balls up there, but it's all very sort of tight, and it kind of clashes with stuff further up, so you're sort of limited with your articulation. And the slit down the back there, the wire does go up these side bits of the skirt too, so you know, it sort of helps there. You can see all those details along the back. The arms come out to the sides. This particular arm is a bit more stiff, so that's one of the ones I'm worried about, but it does have the full 360 rotate. There is a double elbow for it, and rotation at the wrist. So as you can see from the images on the box, you can actually pose him in such a way that he has the cube in his hand. I can't tell if it's this hand or one of the others that's meant to hold it, because I don't really want to swap the hands either. I kind of like how this one looks just as it is. You can see like the nice paint detailings and stuff. What probably doesn't show up is that there's like a thin thread that comes out of this part here, this part here, and comes down into this part down here. But like I said, I don't think it really shows that there is like a very thin thread just in there. All around, quite a nice figure. I picked him up because, you know, I like Hellraiser and I like horror films, so it was well, he is the first like horror NECA figure that I bought that is actually like brand new. The Pennywises that I covered, they were second hand, so this was the first of the figures that I ever bought brand new. And all around, you know, I'm pretty pleased with him. His head articulation is limited, so there is like rotation there, and like I said, very easy to pull his head off. Tiny little pinhole there. It does feel like there's a slight bit of up and down movement for it, but it's somewhat limited because of the collar. Like this collar holds his head to a particular kind of position, and he can be a little difficult to stand up, so you might need a NECA stand or another kind of stand for him, should you want to keep him vertical and not worry about it falling over and stuff. So all around, pretty pleased. Although I will say that these kind of figures are extremely expensive in New Zealand, so it makes it quite difficult to pick them up just because of that. I think originally this guy was like over $100, and that's a phenomenal amount for what you're getting. I think I only paid about 70 or 80, which is a bit more comfortable to my sort of price range. But this sort of stuff has become increasingly difficult to find in New Zealand as well. I don't think that EB Games stocks them anymore. I think the Pop Stop is probably your only real source for them. Mighty Ape will have some, I believe, but they won't have all of them. And I don't know if they've actually done any other Hellraiser ones. Personally, I wouldn't mind one from the newest film, the one that was on Hulu. I watched that the other night, and quite pleased with it. I wouldn't mind a Hell Priest from that. So all around, very nice looking figure. Probably something that really needs to have a diorama or something built for it, and then it will really shine. But I'm happy with it, and I hope that you have enjoyed this. So until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.